My daughter looked me in the eye and said, "Let's take different cars to my boss's engagement party." I didn't think much of it until she stood up in front of everyone and called him the father she never had. What happened next shattered everything between us. But she had no idea. I was about to make a decision that would change her future forever. Before we continue, thank you so much for your support. Every like, comment, and view means the world to us. We're on a mission to reach our first 1,000 subscribers, and we'd love for you to be part of that journey. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and let's grow together. Now, let's proceed. She said it with a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. "Dad, I think we should take separate cars to Mr. Bennett's engagement party. I'll already be close by." I didn't question her. Maybe I should have. But after everything I'd done to support her career, late nights, tuition, job referrals, I didn't expect distance from her. I took my car and drove alone. The venue was grand, but I wasn't there for the chandeliers. I scanned the crowd, searching for my daughter. I finally spotted her near the head table. She was laughing, arm linked with her boss, Mr. Bennett. Then the microphone clicked on. She stood up to give a speech. Confident, poised. I felt proud, until I heard her say, "Some people are born with support. Others are lucky enough to find it. Mr. Bennett, you've been more than a boss. You've been the father I never had." The room clapped. I didn't. I blinked hard. Maybe I misheard. But then she turned to the crowd again and said, "He's taught me what real encouragement, belief, and love looks like." I stayed frozen. Not once did she acknowledge me. That night, I left without saying a word. But my silence wouldn't last long. 2 days passed. No calls. No messages. I didn't even get the usual, "Did you get home safe?" Instead, my daughter uploaded a carousel of smiling pictures with Mr. Bennett. Her caption read, "Grateful for the man who believed in me when no one else did." I sat at the edge of my bed, staring at that post for over an hour. I wasn't angry. Not yet. I was confused. Confused as to where I went wrong. I had skipped vacations, worked double shifts, and sold my car at one point just to keep her in a decent college. I had let go of dreams I never told anyone about, because raising her was the dream. Yet, somehow, I had become invisible in her success story. I never wanted applause, but I never thought she'd rewrite our story and erase my name entirely. Then, on the third day, my phone rang. It was her. "Dad," she said flat. No warmth. No apology. Just business. "Mr. Bennett offered me a once-in-a-lifetime position overseas. I'm moving to London in 2 weeks. I just wanted to let you know before I post it." That was it. I didn't congratulate her. I didn't argue. I just listened. She waited for a reaction, but I gave her none. After a few seconds of silence, she cleared her throat and added, "Also, I was wondering if I could access my college fund savings. I know there's still a good amount left," and I interrupted. "Calm, steady. You mean the fund I kept alive even when we were eating rice and beans for weeks? The one I told you I'd pass down to your kids someday? That one." She hesitated. "Yes, but I need it now. I'll pay it back, I promise." I hung up. I didn't say yes. I didn't say no. I just ended the call. Then I got up, walked to the study, and opened a drawer she never knew I had. Inside were papers, shares, investments, properties, and a new will. I had already updated it 6 months ago when I first sensed she was changing. But now, I was going to finalize it. That night, I called my lawyer. "Remove her name completely," I said. "Are you sure?" he asked. "Everything." "Yes," I replied. "She has a new father now. Let him carry the weight of her future." The day of her flight came faster than I expected. I didn't call. I didn't text. I didn't even check her flight status. Not because I didn't care, because I was learning how to stop showing up where I wasn't valued. I heard from an old neighbor that she had a small farewell gathering at Mr. Bennett's estate. Apparently, he gave her a luxury travel package and toasted to the daughter he never had. People clapped. Cameras flashed. And I stayed home and grilled myself a steak. Alone. Peaceful. But I wasn't done. 3 days after she landed in London, she called. I didn't answer the first time, or the second, or the third. On the fourth call, I picked up. Her voice trembled. "Dad, something happened," she began. I stayed silent. She continued, "I arrived at the job, but the role was canceled. Mr. Bennett didn't tell me he was under investigation for fraud. The office is locked. Everything's gone." Still, I didn't say a word. I knew what was coming. And my apartment. It was a short-term Airbnb. He said he'd renew it, but he's not answering my calls. I finally spoke. "Have you asked your father?" Her voice cracked. "Please, don't say that. I didn't mean to replace you. I was just caught up in the moment. I thought I was doing what was best for my career. And now that your career has abandoned you, you remember the man who didn't?" I said slowly, every word measured. She sobbed. "I made a mistake, Dad. Please, just help me get back on my feet. I don't want your money. I just want to come home." "Home," I repeated. "That home was yours when I was your father. When I was paying tuition, packing your lunches, waiting outside job interviews. That was home when I stayed up all night during your fever and told you fairy tales so you wouldn't cry. But now, you made it clear. You have a new home. A new father." "I was wrong," she whispered. "No," I said. "You were honest. For once. And now so am I." She asked again, "Please, can I come back, even just to stay a while?" I didn't yell. I didn't gloat. I simply told her what I'd written into the final clause of the new will. The house has been sold. The account is closed. The inheritance has been donated to an education fund for orphans, children who still see value in their real fathers. There was silence, and then she cried harder than I'd ever heard. But this time, I didn't comfort her. I let the call end. Not because I didn't love her, but because love must sometimes stand back when it's trampled. That night, I sat in the quiet and looked at an old photo of us, her on my shoulders at a park, ice cream smeared on her cheeks. I smiled, not bitterly, but like a man who gave his all and walked away with peace, not regret. She wanted a different car that night. She just didn't realize it was driving her away from me forever. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and help us reach our first 1,000 subscribers. Your support means the world to us.